walk away. Sure, I can go out to Mount Misery Shoal and catch fluke for 2-3 weeks in a row in June. You can go down by the Capt.Neil lighthouse or the bridge and you'll catch fish. But that doesn't mean that's where all the fish are. The person that's willing to go out and try different places is going to learn a lot. You might learn there's no fish, but when you find the spots, I've been a party boat captain for 20 years now, worked as a mate before. It's hard as a party boat operator to do different things. I'm a firm believer in you always try a new spot every time you go fishing. Even for no other reason, if you don't have a plan, you're just going past the spot and you say, I'm going to stop and I'm going to try a drift. You would be amazed what you're going to learn. Any place there's a contour, a drop-off of the depth of the water, or especially like in Great South Bay, as you go Kismet or wherever it is on the beach, up to Bayshore, Heckscher Park, there's a lot of flats out there. And if you take, say I had a tin boat, I drew 2 feet of water. I mean, I could push it over the flats if I had to. In all these spots are what they call drains. You might be in 2 feet of water, and especially on outgoing tide, if you watch, you'll see water running out in like a little stream. And that might only be a 3 or 4 foot wide, 1 foot, maybe 2 foot drop off. Well, when you got nothing better to do on the way home, and I said, gee, I got 15 minutes to try, up I go on outgoing tide, and I start a drift back, and I come out of there with either 2 weak fish and a fluke, or 2 fluke and a weak fish, I forget now. And that's a spot that most people wouldn't stop. We've caught fluke at Mattatuck in the lobster pots, or the rocks off Horton's Point. The lobster pots, when they go in, make it a little more difficult, but if you've got a small boat, you can negotiate those lobster pots. The fluke loves structure. We were Great South Bay, where'd we fish all our lives? Up on the shallows, up on the sand. In the West Cut. But there's so many other places that you can fish, depending upon where you're at. I used to drift a party boat in Port Jeff Harbor through the mooring field, and they'd scream bloody murder. The fluke were in the mooring fields. Now, why would they be in a mooring field? There was mud in there. Some of the biggest bullfish I took out of Shinnecock was on the way home hitting 1 or 2 spots. Why? Because there were buoys where I stopped. Think about this. What holds a buoy in place? A humongous piece of cement, usually. The water comes flowing down this way. What's sitting there with an open mouth right behind the buoy? A pool fluke. And it's, so the mooring field is all mooring balls.
Whole bunch of them.
All the cement down there. Well, the weekend is up and around towards Strong's Neck. I would do that up there. They hated my guts. I'm coming in there with a diesel, and I'm drifting through where they're out sunning themselves.
Jug.
But that's where the fish were. It was perfect. There was mooring balls and boulders, almost like each one was an individual wreck. Anybody fish Shinnecock?